Hey besties, so I was thinking about how the fascists don't take a day off, so I'm back, baby. I kind of wanted to talk about something that I saw on Pinterest, actually, because I made a video called Gender, I Barely Know Her, which got a lot of views, which plays into my theory that it's more the title that matters than the thumbnail, because all my thumbnails are just, like, the same. Because I don't do anything to them. But I did get a new computer recently, so I have the ability to edit these videos, so I'm thinking I'm probably gonna edit this one and put the Pinterest post that I'm talking about. So maybe that'll be over here, maybe it'll be over here, who knows. Maybe it'll probably just be right in the middle, to be honest. That's the easiest way to put pictures in. Anyway, so yeah, I talked about in Gender, I hardly know her. I was like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, I mean, I've never really had like gender dysphoria growing up. And then like when I was in college, I had this women's studies class that I took. We had an assignment about like our gender, just like, yeah, just analyzing our gender. I had another class where we did that about sexuality too. It's kind of weird. Like, why did they just make us write essays about like our own personal lives, especially such personal topics too? Anyway, and I was like, I identified as asexual at the time. And then I've been going back and forth from like bisexual and lesbian because I'm pretty sure I'm a lesbian, and then I'll experience compulsory heterosexuality and be like, oh my god, I'm bisexual, and things like don't work out with this man, and then I'm just like, oh my god, I never even liked him in the first place. I'm actually just a lesbian, and this was all just like fake, and then I'll like get attention again and be like, oh my gosh, maybe he's the one actually. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just delusion, and I'm a lesbian, but I'm just like hopeful too. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, like, labels are just like something to help us, let's say, label. I mean, to label an experience. But so the Pinterest post that I saw, it was talking about so it was obviously a stolen post from Tumblr. People screenshot Tumblr posts and put them on Pinterest. And then I saw a post that was like, actually, I like, it was a Tumblr post. I was like, I like when people screenshot Tumblr posts and put them on other places, and then they're like, they listed sites, and they're like, and even Pinterest. And then I saw that on Pinterest. I'm like, god, this is so embarrassing. Anyway, I had a comment yesterday and I was like, oh, so this is what happened to the girls who went on Tumblr, and I'm like, oh gosh. So true. And I got another one. I posted on a science video, like, she made a little like joke about astrology, and I was just kind of casually like I know she's not gonna change her mind, so that's what I put in the, like, because of my comment, so that's what I put in my comment. It's like, I know you're not gonna change your mind because of my comment, but astrology is real, lol. Just because it is. And I'll die on that hill, I swear. Anyway, I don't know, that feels very like official. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, shouldn't just throw around words like that. I don't know. Anyway, it's a hill that I'm willing to die on though. So yeah, I was like, astrology is real, and then like I got one reply that like tagged me in it yesterday, but there were like other replies that have happened since, and like it's been like 3 months or something. So I got other people like calling me stupid, and I didn't realize it until this one person who actually tagged me in it was like calling me stupid, and so I was like, oh gosh, okay. So I was like, and I was watching a CJ the X video, the one about Bo Burnham, and they say, well, they're quoting Bo Burnham, and they're like, you can feel like young people can feel the internet in their bones. And when I saw those comments, I was literally like, I could feel, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, they think I'm stupid. But it wasn't like, I also didn't take it personally, because I'm like, I've been there, I've been the astrology skeptic, like. So anyway, the point is, yeah, girls on Tumblr, that was the comment. but I'm a girl on Pinterest, and I saw this post about, it was a Tumblr post, but it was two pictures. One was like a woman, well, they were both women, but one was a woman with like her arm was up like this, and you could see like she had armpit hair. She didn't shave. It was kind of like a closer up, so like whatever. But yeah, she like wasn't, she had like short hair, she wasn't wearing makeup or anything. And then there was like another woman who was like just like hyper feminine, as we would call it. She's wearing like a tight black dress. She has like long blonde wavy hair. Her makeup's all done and like contoured and highlighted and all that stuff. Everything's shaven, obviously. She's wearing like high heels. She's sitting down, but yeah, so, and the post was like, I mean, I should have grabbed my iPad so I could look at it while I was talking about it, but so the text of the post will probably be badly paraphrased by me, but you can probably see it on the screen. So it's basically just saying that the woman with the unshaved armpit and stuff is more feminine, and the woman who's like hyper feminine, according to our like standards today, they're like, this type of femininity was manufactured by men for men, like the beauty standards of like women having to shave like especially their legs, but like it's kind of more expected to shave more, to the point where like I have hair like right here, and I thought that meant like something was wrong with me, because I would see other women didn't have it, and I was like, am I like, and one of the, because we learned about like gender in 10th grade biology, and even then we learned that there's like variations. It's not just like XX XY. Is that right? Yeah, Kyle XY. Oh my gosh, he doesn't have a belly button. It's all connected. No. There's a post on Tumblr that's like it's like, brain, remember Kyle XY? Me, kind of. Why? It's like, remember? I don't know, it's just so random, and I like didn't relate to it, but then I would remember that post. I wouldn't remember Kyle XY, but I'd remember the Kyle XY post. Anyway, it was so stupid. I'm like, remember the Kyle XY post? Yeah, kind of. Why? Remember. You get it. So yeah, it's just like the idea that these beauty standards were set by men for men, and so that woman is technically like more masculine. Yeah, okay, so I was talking about shaving. I've talked about this before too, but like the idea that women are supposed to shave, especially their legs and armpits, but like it's pretty much expected everything else. I'm gonna tell one more story about this. I have like obviously hair on my arms. This point of like women just grow hair on their bodies. But like there's a girl in my grade who would shave her arms, and I remember like we stood around one day, and like there were more than just the two of us, but like someone put their arm out. I think she compared her arm to mine, just like unprompted. That's how it started. She's like, oh my god, you're so hairy. And like everybody else put their arms in, and like my hair's like kind of dark and my skin's kind of pale, so it's like pretty obvious. And like other people's, like maybe their hair was blonder and it wasn't as visible, and I just felt like such a freak. I was like, oh my god, why am I so hairy? Like so different from everyone else. And then I found out like years later, like she's like, oh yeah, I shaved my arms, and I'm like, you like the way that she like presented it to me, it felt like, oh, like that was her natural, like she was just naturally like hairless on her arms, and it was like, I just, oh my god, I was like, you shave your arms? How, you made me feel so weird. I didn't tell her all that. I was like, okay, mental note, but like it's like, okay, why would she do it like that? So anyway, yeah, the idea that women are supposed to shave comes from like a couple different places. It's like anti-blackness, because like white women, if I shaved, like my skin's like less, like I look less dark. So like white supremacy is like a factor there. And then it's also like part of like World War II, all the men went off to fight the war, and women, like razor companies weren't making money, and so they started advertising to like hairless arms to women. And then so like women started being expected to shave, like, and it's a patriotic thing now because it's like part of the war effort or whatever, which like shouldn't the razor companies start making, I don't know if you really cared about the war efforts, which like I'm a pacifist. I had a teacher, speaking of like gender and stuff, I had a teacher in high school, he was a man, and he would say like I'm a pacifist, and I thought that was like, because I was a senior when I had him as a teacher, and like I think I wanted to like distance myself from femininity a little bit at that point. Like I wouldn't go to like I wouldn't go to school wearing like a pink skirt because like I got judged for that in my Girl Scout troop for bringing it to a camping trip. So I was like and like I wore makeup. I liked the idea of wearing like purple, and like I really like light blue eyeshadow and like purple like sparkly eyeshadow, and I would wear, or like it was kind of eyeliner, like just the line 1111. So I would wear that to school, and the girl who I like would carpool with would comment on it, and she'd be like if I was wearing the purple, she would say it looked like I had a black eye, and I was like, okay, you've obviously never seen a black eye because that's not what they look like, actually. But she would say it every time I wore it, and it just kind of like got annoying, and I'm like, okay, I'm just like not gonna wear this anymore. There were other things like that too. I had a shirt that said like I rock Converse, I Converse, but like it was in white, and then if you, there's like some letters in red, and then if you read all the red ones, it said like irreverent or something, and I thought that was fun. And then I would wear it, and she would just, every time she would see me, she'd be like, I rock Converse, I Converse, I. It was just like, oh my gosh, like, can I just wear clothes without getting, anyway. Yeah, so, and one day she told me, like, when she wore makeup, we were both in band, and she was a brass player, and I was a woodwind player, so, like, when we were in, like, sectionals, we would, like, split up, we weren't together, she was with the brass guys, and she was like, when I wear makeup, they tell me that like I don't need it, that I'm like too pretty for makeup, and if I'm too pretty for makeup, you're too pretty for makeup. And so like I just like didn't really wear makeup or anything at the time, and like I think I was like a feminist, but like yeah, this teacher he was a pacifist, but he would also make fun of like hippies in a head, like women who don't shave their armpits. He would call them like, it looks like they have a hippie in a headlock because like they like there's hair there, and so it's like the hippie's hair is like, I don't know. So he would make like little jokes like that, and it would like make me kind of feel bad about like I didn't want to shave at the time. I think I remember using the excuse, I think it was like my intentions were like, I don't want to fucking do it, like it's like sexist and stuff. But like my excuse was like, oh, there's a drought, you know, I feel bad about like, I feel like I'm wasting water if I'm shaving my legs and stuff. But yeah, I would start to feel bad about it because like he'd make these little jokes. But like the other thing, he would say he was a pacifist, and I kind of felt like I wasn't allowed to be a pacifist if I wanted to like keep this like distance from femininity. And then like he was a man and he said it, and I'm like, okay, interesting. And so like, I don't know, I guess I like thought about it later. I'm like, you know, I could just be like, actually war is bad, you know, and that doesn't have to be like, oh, it's just because she's a woman, she thinks fighting is like bad. How simple, you know. What a silly little woman. Let the men play war, and like don't worry about it, you know. I'm just like, actually war is bad, and we don't need it for any reason, and anything that we're fighting a war over is bad. Like, are the American values in the room with us, you know? Like, our troops like fight for our freedoms or whatever, but then like the United States is the highest percentage of imprisoned people. Like, it's just, it doesn't make sense. We still have slavery because the 13th Amendment only abolished slavery except as punishment for a crime. So we actually still have slavery. It's just like not a good country. I mean, I'm not gonna tell anyone like how to live their lives or whatever, or like how they have to feel about anything, but I'm just gonna say my opinion. And um I hate when people are like, America has a lot of problems, but it's like good still at heart, and I love it, and I'm not gonna be ashamed for loving it. And it's like, I don't know. I think that that's bad. I think it's a bad country. I don't think you can build a country on genocide of the indigenous people, forced slavery, like kidnapping and forced slavery of like an entire population, and like the subjugation of women and people who don't own land. Like the most rights were only given to wealthy, aka landowning white men. And then like as we as we gain more, like more groups gain their rights, you know, it's like so sad that like we even need to fight for rights. Like women get the right to vote, and then like indigenous women still don't for like, I don't, like another, is it like 40 years? I don't remember all the years off the top of my head, but it's like not right away. It's like we stole their land and we're like not giving them a say on like what to do with it, what we even do at all. And then like felons can't vote, and then like now abortion access is not like women are being criminalized for having abortions or miscarriages. That's not even their fault. And like, oh my gosh, like, and then so you like, let's say you have sex and it's like sort of consensual, you're like, I guess, and then like you get like, you just don't want to have a fight about it, you know, you're just like, we're dating, we've had sex before, I might as well, like it's easier to just go through with it. Let's say then he like takes the condom off while you're having sex and he doesn't tell you, and then you get pregnant from it, and then he like leaves you because he doesn't want to have a baby even though it's his fault for taking off the condom, and it's like technically rape. And then like, then you want to get an abortion, and then you get like arrested for it because you like had to cross state lines, and then like, I don't know, oh my god, it's just like too much. And then you can't vote, and now women don't have the right to vote actually. And it's like, we technically are getting more rights, but like then they kind of just like change the rules, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, it's just, we need to like, defunding the police isn't gonna work. We gotta abolish the police. We can't just like keep changing the laws and like adding like, oh, now this group gets right. Like, what if we give children, like if children have a job, maybe they should have the right to vote, because like some of the laws involve like child labor age, and like maybe it affects them and they should, so maybe we give children the right to vote if they have a job at like 14, 15, 16, however old, I don't know. I wanted to get a job when I was in high school, and my dad told me my only job was like to focus on school, so I don't really know like what's allowed. But yeah, like then we just give more people the right to vote, and then it's gonna just be like, they're just gonna add like more, I don't know, gerrymandered districts, and so it like, it just doesn't matter. Like it just, they just change all the rules when they, so we gotta, I think we have to like abolish the whole United States. I don't believe, I mean, I'm an anarchist, so like I don't believe we need countries. I actually think inherently by deciding like we're a country, you're othering, you're like making an in-group and an out-group, and it's an us versus them situation. And like, I think it would be better if we didn't have like these arbitrary borders, and like it hurts the wildlife too. Like yeah, there's like the picture of the bear trying to cross the border wall, and it's just like, it's unnecessary, and I don't think we need money. I think money is bad, and I think a lot of people do things that they don't want to do because of money, and I think like the reason that we're on this earth is to follow our passions and to like do the things that we actually want to do and like not ignore that. Like if you really want to like be an actor, don't like listen to your parents and go to medical school anyway and like not take any theater classes or anything. Like if you want to be an actor, like you should, like there's a reason for that. Like God put you on this earth for like whatever, I don't know how you want to like think about it, but like God, the universe, creation, whatever, Allah, Yahweh, I don't know. I'm kind of like nervous saying that one. I feel like you're not supposed to, there's like rules in Judaism that you're not supposed to say things. I don't know. Anyway, however you want to conceptualize it, like we're on this earth for a reason, and we have things that like we're good at that other people aren't good at. I think a lot of people take things for granted, that like if something comes easily to you, you assume it comes easily to everyone else. And you see these people who are like really talented, who like they get compliments and they kind of brush them off. They're like, yeah, and it's just kind of like, because I think they just assume like, oh, everybody could do this. If they really wanted to, anybody could do this. But like there's a reason that other people don't, you know what I mean? Like if you're a good writer, I think there's like this kind of like state that you get into where you're like kind of accessing like a different, you know, like the channeling state, some people call it, and like when you're writing, you're really like in the zone, you're like accessing something outside of you. And I don't think it's necessarily like you coming up with a story and like you know what I mean, but like I think they're out there. My cousin told me that once and I was kind of like, I don't know about that, but then yeah, I think it could be true anyway. But anyway, the point is like I think you're entering this state, and like when you're good at doing that, you like think other people are doing it too, like they're good at it too. But like yeah, I think it just comes more like naturally to some people. Like if you grew up in a home where like your parents were creative and you like saw them like doing stuff, like you saw their creative process and you like were able to like copy that, it might come really easily to you. But like yeah, I think a lot of people underestimate themselves because they think that things that are easy for them are easy for other people, and then they like downplay their own like importance, I guess, or like they're like if you're really good at painting and you're just like, oh yeah, it's just really easy, you know, like everyone, like if everyone thinks the way that I do, which like I have no reason to think that they don't, then everyone should be able to paint. And it's just like, then you don't like think that you have a purpose in the world. Like as a painter, you might paint something like really beautiful that like moves people, like it might end up in a museum and be seen by a lot of people, and like but you just like don't think that painting's really like important, and it's just like just so easy, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm kind of over explaining this. Kind of like, yeah. I don't think it was that complicated, but yeah, like I'm pretty good at crocheting, and it's kind of like I learned how to knit when I was younger. Obviously I didn't learn when I was older, I wouldn't know. But yeah, I have this bad boy to show for it, which I'm like scared. I messed up. I was trying to work on it in the truck while we were moving, and it like was shaking and I dropped, and it's just like all fucked up now. So I don't want to look at it again. But I do know how to knit, and so like then I started learning how to crochet, and it just like kind of came naturally to me because I'd like done these kinds of things before. And also I like crocheting because I don't need to like stab myself in the fingertips with the little needles pushing the stitches up and down the thing. I feel like I spend more time when I'm knitting like pushing the stitches around the needles than actually knitting. So it's just like, and then I was gonna say in crocheting there's a lot of time where you like spend unraveling the like yarn from the ball so that you can use it, but that's like a third thing that you have to do in knitting as well. So it's just, I feel like crocheting's like easier and faster. And I went to some AA meetings with my dad, and I would sit there and crochet because I'm like, yeah, thinking of knitting Colt Lady. Well, you know, because it's like sometimes my dad and I would have plans, and then he'd be like, oh, I have to go to a meeting, and then we can go, like, if you just come with me to the meeting, it'll be easier. And I'm like, yeah, it would be, and it would like save gas and stuff, but like I don't want to sit through it, especially because like, oh my gosh, stupid freaking telemarketer call won't go away. They shouldn't be able to dominate our lives like this. Anyway, nobody likes them. Yeah, so I was talking about something for sure. Okay, Pinterest. Jeez. Okay. I was really into it too, and then the telemarketer thing messed me up. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so the masculinity thing, I do kind of think like that makes a lot of sense. I'm curious what other people think, although like I don't have very many subscribers and like I don't get a lot of comments, so I'm not really expecting like you know, a nuanced debate in the comments or anything, but I said that weird comments. Yeah, so I'm probably yeah, another thing, I was like I cried about Hadestown again. That's like the third time. I was just like singing it, and then I thought of that there's a video of a woman who was like protesting at the colleges. I forget, maybe UCLA, I forget which one exactly, but there were videos of like people getting arrested from colleges, and there's this one woman who was singing like while she was being carried away. And I just like, oh my, it sounds so white, I swear, but like I just imagine myself like, what if I got arrested at a protest, which like I've been to protests before, and I actually almost passed out at one because of like I don't know, I've like heat exhaustion. I've had heat exhaustion before, and then once you get it once, it's like easier to get it again. So like, yeah, one day at band camp, and then just I'm ruined for the rest of my life. Yeah, so I've been to a protest before, I haven't been arrested. I imagined like, what if I did get arrested, and then I just started singing like Hadestown, like what if I just start singing Is It True What They Say? Like it was just like so powerful that I just started crying. I was like, I have to go watch Hadestown now. Yeah, and then since my laptop doesn't have enough storage for me to edit videos or even like airdrop videos to myself, we got a new computer, and we got a pink one, and it's on the, like, I have my desk on this side, and then my dad's desk is on that side. He doesn't really use it, and I'm in there like every day. My dad sits in the living room because he likes having the fire in the fireplace. He sits in the living room and does all his paperwork, and so there's like two couches, or like two like individual person chairs, and then there's like the couch on this side. I sit on the couch like when we're watching TV, and then he has this like office chair out in the living room, and then he uses the two chairs and like the little coffee table to do his like office, like his, you know, daily like checking emails, paying bills, whatever stuff he does. Yeah, it's just like out in the living room. Classic. So yeah, I'm just like taking over his desk, and we put the new computer on it, and it's pink, and we got a pink keyboard and a pink mouse, and the mouse, when we were like moving it around the desk, it just goes like like it's making like a loud noise, and it's just like, oh, we need a mouse pad, but like I'm not gonna go buy a mouse pad. So I have my big tub of yarn behind the desk anyway, so I like opened it up, and I was like, do I have pink yarn? I can make like a little pink mouse pad, just like crochet it really quick. and I just like, I was testing the mouse, like I had the ball, like, so I just was like using the mouse like that on it, seeing if it was like working, and it did. So I was like, I'm just gonna crochet a little, I was just gonna do a little circular mouse pad, but I didn't like how the yarn like was going in a circle. It was kind of hard to see the stitches. It's like kind of fuzzy. So it's like, yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna do like a straight. So I just did like a straight, and then I made it long enough so I could put the keyboard on there, and then have like the mouse has a little area, and it's so cute. And then I made like another panel that's like the same, and I want to like fold it in half and stuff it, and then it could be like a little, because when I was crocheting and like sometimes when I'm typing and stuff, my arms will be like on the desk right there, and I think it'd be nice to have just a little like cushioned thing. And I started filming myself when I was making the second one. Like I filmed myself starting it, and then I stopped last night when I finished. Just like I made it as long as I wanted it to be, and so I'm just gonna like film it really quick, and then that's gonna be my first video on my new crochet channel, Julia Emily Crochet. I think I made it like in the middle of the night one night. Like I just woke up, I was like, you know what, it seems like as good a time as ever, you know. I think I looked at the astrology of it, like I looked at the current chart, and I'm like, this checks out, you know. But yeah, so what to do. Yeah, and then I think I'm just gonna like, I've been trying to script my James A. Caster video. Well, I'm still researching for it, to be honest. He has so many like little videos and like podcasts and appearances on things that like it's taking a long time to get through. And then I still need to read one of his books like all the way through, and I'm not done with the first one, so it's gonna be a while. But like, then another video that I wanted to make is Olivia Rodrigo's birth chart and lyric analysis. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna do that like stream of conscious. I'm just gonna like look up the lyrics and have them in front of me, and then just say like, oh, this is like her Saturn and whatever. I think she's a Capricorn rising, so that's like Saturn ruled, and like she's very Saturnian, and just like immediately I think of like I feel like my skin doesn't fit right over my bones. The skin is Saturnian, and Saturn's bones are Saturnian. Anyway, I'm just like, wow. It's all, yeah. So I don't think it would be like something that I need to script beforehand and then do. I feel like I'm not gonna script. I'm not gonna be a scripter. Everyone has their different things, and like, I don't, like, some people will say like, oh, you have to do this, like you have to spend a lot of time on your thumbnail. And then I was watching like CJ the X is like, no, I mean like I spend a little bit of time on it, but I don't spend more time on it than I, like, it's not like half the, he didn't say that, they didn't say that, I keep misgendering them, sorry. But like, yeah, they're like, I mean, I spend a little bit of time on it. I like I put my own twist on like, and like kind of play the game. But like, this was FD Signifier said that they like, he goes through and like, if his video is not doing well, he'll go and change the thumbnail to a different one and see if that one does better. And I'm just like, I don't know about that. That seems like a lot of work. Yeah, I'll probably just like do stream of consciousness and then like make a quick little thumbnail. Like, I tried to make one thumbnail I was talking about younger. So on this channel, I was talking about Israeli propaganda and TV shows. And then for my astrology channel, I was like, I'm gonna make another video that's like related, because they do talk about, in one show, Younger, they had Israeli propaganda, and they also like had this scene where like there was an astrologer, and it's like, I kind of was like, it's a little tongue-in-cheek. I don't really think it's anti-Israeli or anti-astrology propaganda, but yeah, I was like, it's kind of funny, and then it's like addressing, I mentioned my other video, so it's kind of like letting people know that there's the other video about Israeli propaganda out there. Anyway, but so I was making a quick video, and I typed like Hillary Duff transparent, and I was like, okay, great, that's easy, add her to the thumbnail. I tried to find one with Sutton Foster. There's no transparent video or pictures of her that I could find, so it was just like, I don't know, this is like more work than it seems like more effort than it's worth, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. It's still early. I just started making the videos on this channel. It's been like barely a year maybe for the astrology videos, and then like the music ones. I'm taking a break for the music ones, I think, till like September, so we'll see. I think I need a new plan, but yeah, so that's that's what's up with me. Hopefully, yeah, I'm like worried that I'm gonna just pick up my phone and upload the video without going and editing the little Pinterest thing in there for y'all to see. So yeah, I guess I'll go do that now. This moon is taking longer than I thought, but I kind of got sidetracked. There's times when I'll just be like so excited. I'm like, I can't wait to fill up my wall with little crochet tapestries. And I did finish this one, and I finished like 4 of these. And I'm working on one more, but like then I have this one and it's like pretty close to being done, but I just like haven't gotten around to well, I've mostly been working on it when I'm filming now, so like I'll take the little cats and do that in the other room, or now I was working on my little mouse pad / keyboard, whatever. So yeah, maybe I'll get more progress later, but I'll probably just wait till I'm filming again. But yeah, my dad's been home a lot, but he's gonna be like out for a while, so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have more time to film. So, but I'm probably gonna take advantage of that and like go in the office and film like like I said, the Olivia Rodrigo one, just like stream of conscious and like just open a bottle of wine. It's already open. Pour a glass of wine. Is that my cat? No, that's a squirrel. Okay. Yeah. I love when YouTubers have like a glass of wine and it's just like, oh my gosh, I just want to have a glass of wine and yap and then like edit all the annoying stuff that I do out, and then there it is. So I'm not gonna do that here. All I'm gonna do is add the picture that I was talking about from Pinterest, and maybe that one time that I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot what I was talking about because of the stupid spam call. I might put a little note about what I was gonna say if I kept talking, but probably not. I think I was probably like pretty much done anyway. So okay, thanks for watching. Have you seen my Artemis tattoo? Isn't she cute? Okay, bye. Have a good day or night or afternoon or whatever it is for you. Okay, bye.